Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this week's episode of Kerbal Space Program. So, I've been learning, and after last week's successful launch of the Leviathan, I say successful, it made it very high and successfully returned to Earth, I'm trying something different now. This is the amusingly named Stayputnik, which is... it's like one of these command modules, but it's for an unmanned mission. I'm going to make a satellite, an unmanned satellite which I'm going to attempt to put in orbit around Kerbin. I roughly know what I'm doing, so let's hope that this will work. What do we want in as well as this? So there's we need that, and then we need some batteries So let's put the battery bank on it. Or is there a smaller one? Oh, that is the small one. Oh god, that's huge. So put a battery bank in. Let's have a couple of battery banks, actually, can't hurt. Second battery bank. Let's cover it in solar cells. Let's put 8 solar cells on it, why not? Oh god, I don't know what I did there, but don't do it. 8 solar cells along the side, it's good. Then we'll give it an RCS, where is it? RCS fuel tank, that's a tiny one, can have a normal sized one. This will give it RCS's reaction control system, which basically, if we use these little thrusters, where are they? They are here, will allow it to move around on its own kind of by using RCS fuel, which is basically compressed air instead of rocket fuel, which is very useful for kind of precision moving while in orbit, because that's how I intend this one to be for. So that's pretty much it, actually. That's the main body of the satellite. That's what will actually be in orbit. Put some antennae in it. Why not? Let's put 6 little antennae on the top. That looks evil. And we'll put a hat on the top of it. Nose cone. Oh no, we can't do that apparently. Thermometer? Nope. Well, anyway. That's the top of the probe. Now we need to actually attach a number of rockets to it. Of course, built in reverse order. So first we'll have that, and how big was that engine? Not that engine, that tank. That tank was 180, or a bigger one than that. 360, that'll do. So this is what will be referred to as the orbital engine. So this is once it's kind of in the atmosphere. This is for getting it into a good orbit. So that's kind of the final stage of it, really, except the very top. Actually, I need a stage separator there, don't I? For exactly that reason. Nope, that one's huge. Let's use a smaller one. There we go. And then let's put another stage separator off there. Again, that one's huge. Still not learned, have you, Doctor? And then we basically now underneath we have the launch engine. This is the big fucker that'll get it out of the atmosphere and into the air. So this I plan on being a gigantic bastard. So let's put a mainsail engine on it because they're really big and powerful. Then onto the side we need some radial mounts, radial decouplers. I'll have 4 of them, which will be there. And another 4 down there for kind of added stability. And onto those, we will place another. Can I get it at a better angle where I can actually see? There we go. Nope, they're not working, are you, apparently? Any reason why not? Nope, you're just being a shit, are you? So I think it likes having both of these rubber radial separators on. I'll just use it with... oh god. Nope. There we go, we'll just use it with the 1 then. Should be able to stick them all on there. Yeah, there we go. Just to reinforce them manually. But I'll do that in a sec. Again, these ones should also have these gigantic mainsail engines on the bottom. Yep, looking good. Now we just need to do a couple more things of let's structurally reinforce these engines. That should be building symmetrically anyway, so... can I build that, please? Yep, there we go. And then in the middle we'll have another one as well. So we'll have one connecting to there. Oh god, I broke it. And I'll have one connected from there to there again. You can't see them, but they're there. They're just going through the core of the actual ship, so... then the final thing we need to do is... just to aid the takeoff a bit more, get some solid fuel boosters. Put them on the sides. There's another 3 of them around there. Actually, let's make things interesting. Nope, I said 6. You're not allowing me to do that. Why aren't you allowing me to do 6? Don't be a shit like that. Ugh, fine, I'll put one there on each side. And then another one... Can I see what I'm doing, please? Another one there. And these are solid ones, made of solid fuel, to kind of help me get into orbit better, because solid fuel tanks, you can't stop them from burning, so they're useless for control kind of once you're out of the atmosphere. But because they don't have to be attached to a fuel tank, they are their own fuel and engine in one, they're kind of generally a bit better for... Let's attach that across to there. They're a bit better for, like... Is this really building onto the other ones? Yep. They're a bit better for getting you into orbit in the first place. Right, nearly done now. Let's just attach some of these launch gantries. That should be enough to hold it. And let's give it a name. This is going to be the Kraken satellite. Theoretically, Kraken 1 actually, I foresee there being multiple versions again, but that's the aim of today's episode, is to launch an unmanned satellite, this fucker, into orbit. That seems to be everything, as far as I'm aware. So, right, I'll be back with you in a sec. I'm just going to sort out the staging. Right, so this is the Kraken 1, now on the launch pad. I've sorted out the staging. So it's ready to go. As you can see, a lot of stuff fires off in the first stage, so this may well explode. Let's see. If so, I'll just dial down the amount of crap. Right, firing in 3, 2, 1. My god, that looked cool. Why did the launch things not even let go? I don't even understand why the launch things didn't let go. So what was it? What happened first? Structural failure on the good. Oh, that was before it even launched. Jumbo fuel, kind of the solid fuel booster. Oh, they must have launched slightly first. Let's have a look. I think maybe if we just fire the solid fuel boosters first. Though of course they're physically attached to the larger boosters, aren't they? They're not kind of radio connectors. Let's put that on there. Alright, let's try that now. The Kraken 2. Right then, turn the throttle up as ever. Or not. Yep, there we go. Oh, wobbly, wobbly, wobbly. That can't be good. Oh well, let's go. That didn't do anything. Interesting. Oh god! Oh god! Okay, I think those solid boosters are causing more trouble than they're worth. Definitely causing more explosions than they're worth. Right, so now you'll notice, if you look around, I've removed the solid fuel boosters. I think these 4 gigantic tanks should be enough to get me up there, plus the main central gigantic tank, and the actual rocket inside the rocket. So, let's try again in 3, 2, 1, go. Excellent, all the way up. That worked really well. Damn, these things go fast. Excellent. Going fairly straight. They're starting to overheat a bit, so let's just dial down the thrust a little bit. There we go. So now I'm not overheating anymore, that's good. It's night time now. Just so you know, this might be slightly more difficult to do at night, this manoeuvre, I don't know. Are we starting to spin slightly? I think we are. Oh well. Should be okay, really. What's the worst that can happen? Probably worth not to think about that actually in missions like this. Okay, so we've used about half of the liquid fuel. That's pretty good in terms of the amount of height these things are giving. They are really big though. Well, that's cool if you look down. Oh, I like the look of that. That's awesome. The Kraken is on its way into the upper atmosphere now. nearly past the first atmospheric barrier. Awesome. Let's turn the speed up a bit without overheating. This stage separation is going to look really cool as well, because they should just kind of break apart. Just like this. Except without the explosions. It would have been even cooler without the explosions. Actually, the explosions made it kind of cooler, because they didn't actually really impact me much. Pretty soon we should be getting into the air, so... not into the air, into the space! We're going really quickly, so I'm going to kill the engines. Bring up the map. Where are we? There we go. So when we get to the apoapsis, we can do this little thing called add maneuver, which basically you just drag these and you set them to what you want your orbit to look like, and it'll tell you exactly what you need to do and when in order to get your orbit to look like that, which is what we want. So let's put that there. We want to drag this one out to the side a little bit. No, not that one, the other one. As you can tell, I learned how to do this, physically how to do it, but not exactly. What's my periapsis there? 45, that's not good enough. How's that? If we do that. It's not a pretty orbit, but it'll do. There are ways to circularize my orbit once I've actually got it launched properly. How's my periapsis there? There we go. The periapsis has to be, because the periapsis is the lowest point of your orbit, and has to be less than 60,000 feet, I think it is. Otherwise, what the hell? Why can't I move? It has to be if it's not less than 60,000 feet, then you'll re-enter the atmosphere, and that's bad. So this thing is not really responding easily to the controls, is it? Because I need to try and position it. I've got 1 minute and 42 seconds to position it. Okay. You know, I'm just going to go straight ahead and cut the main engine off, because it'll make positioning much easier. Bye bye, main engine. Now we should be able to use the RCS system. Excellent. If I look at resources there, just make sure I've got enough mono-propellant left. Have the stabilizers on, please. Thank you. And now there should be a blue mark on the bottom here. Let's see if we can find it. Where the hell is it? There we go. Now we just need to line up with this blue mark, which we've done successfully, and then burn the engine solidly for... oh no, we haven't done it, apparently. Apparently I lied. And then we just need to burn the engine solidly for 1 minute and 17 seconds in 59 seconds, and we should do it. Why do you keep trying to spin back? I have to keep making kind of constant adjustments to actually keep it within the thing, because obviously spacecraft have inertia and like to move, which is annoying for me. For people like me who like things not moving generally. Let's just speed up time a little bit. That's probably dangerous, but yeah. 29 seconds, 20 seconds. Yeah, that's as close as I dare. Oh, we've got enough fuel. We can stand to have the RCS on a bit and get ready to burn. Nope, stop flipping away. Goddamn, stay where you are, stupid thing. And let's burn now. Oh no, wait, got to actually fire up the engine, haven't I? That would be much cleverer. You'll notice I didn't put a parachute or anything like this because I don't intend to make a return journey. So this is going to stay in orbit forever, but as you can see, it needs to get to an orbital speed of about 220-ish, no, it's going to be more like 2,800 meters per second. So this thing basically tells me how much I need to accelerate in what direction to get to the orbit I chose. So now if we watch here, you can see the orbit expanding. I should have enough fuel to do that, just about. It's going to be close, but I think I can just about get this thing into a decent orbit. If not, well, I'll do it again then. About 33, ooh, 28 seconds of burn. Oh, this is going to be really close. I don't like how close this is being. Oh, 20 seconds. There's never any chance of me recovering this, but it's a satellite that's not designed to be recovered. 16 seconds of burn. I pretty much just got that in the fuel. And that's about it. Oh, the camera's spinning. Why is the camera spinning? Let's just correct slightly onto that point. Can. And we're nearly at the speed we require. We're nearly out of fuel. Everyone's happy. That point's starting to drift away, which means I'm exactly where I should be. Let's cut the engines and have a look on the map. And if I delete that waypoint, we can see my actual orbit. It's ugly as fuck, but oh well. I'll leave it like that for now. It's kind of pretty in its own way. What time perhaps is that? My perhaps is high enough. And so there we have it. If I say speed up time a lot, then you'll notice, yeah, it goes around forever. Happily, theoretically, it should, yep, slows down there because I'm technically kind of in the very upper atmosphere. But it will orbit like that forever now. So the Kraken satellite is now in orbit around Kerbin. We've got our first man-made satellites, even if it is unmanned. Let's separate the stage off, the final one. Bye-bye. So it looks more satellite-y. There you have it. Now if we speed up time a bit, so we're actually on the sunny side of the planet. Have a look at it, and that is the Kraken probe. In orbit around planet Kerbin, which I think is pretty awesome. In a very ugly orbit, as I say, but... oh, and the fuel tank is apparently in orbit as well. Oh well. But yeah, so that then concludes this episode of Kerbal Space Program. I've now managed to successfully get a satellite into orbit. Next time, to the moon! Well, vaguely towards the moon. I'm going to try and get... the orbit I'm going to go is I'm trying to get a satellite in orbit around the moon, then using the kind of that as a guide, I'm going to try and actually land a lander on the moon. That is the next challenge. Right, thank you very much for watching. I've been the Doctor with the Infamous Gentleman, and this has been Let's Play Kerbal Space Program. Thanks very much for watching. Good day.